Guerrilla Games had quite the surprise for us back in 2015. The studio wasn't working on a new Killzone title, but a brand new IP with spectacular graphics, a female protagonist, and a shocking revelation. That game is Horizon Zero Dawn, and after leaks and delays, the PlayStation 4 exclusive is finally coming out. Is Horizon Zero Dawn more than just a pretty face, or should Guerrilla go back to being the Killzone studio? Set in the far future where our present-day civilization is nothing more than myth and ruins where mechanical machines roam freely, Horizon Zero Dawn puts players in the shoes of Aloy. An outcast since birth, this young protagonist seeks to become one of the Nora tribe and learn why she was cast out in the first place. However, during her proving ceremony, the Nora tribe are ambushed by a mysterious cult, taking away something she holds dear. Determined to discover the origins of her birth, and to seek revenge against the cult, Aloy sets off into the wild. Guerrilla Games have nailed the story, giving players a deep, personal, and profoundly intriguing set of events to explore. What really sells it is the meticulous world building and Aloy. The world is filled with a myriad of mysteries that manage to subvert expectations. Aloy herself is a fantastic protagonist, with a true character arc. Written and performed superbly, players will feel her pain, frustration, and victories. While Horizon works well as a man versus nature and man versus self story, it unfortunately goes off the rails thanks to a main human antagonist. This stereotypical brute feels unneeded and only detracts from the otherwise excellent plot. Horizon's world is vast, with a variety of sceneries and plenty of activities to partake in. Players will be able to climb mechanical tallnecks, prove themselves in the hunting grounds, purge camps of bandits, and complete cauldrons that unlock more machines to override. On top of all these activities are a large set of collectibles to find, which contain valuable information about the world, both past and present. With a campaign that can last up to 30 hours depending on the difficulty, and a whole suite of open-world content to digest, Horizon certainly justifies having such a large open world. Gameplay is an amalgamation of the action-adventure and RPG genres. Central to the gameplay is the Focus, a wearable computer and augmented reality headset that allows Aloy to tag, highlight weaknesses, and display the patrol route of enemies. Like an RPG, Aloy can craft all kinds of ammo and modify most of her equipment, but players have important decisions to make when choosing her weapons and armor. All weapons and armor have unique attributes attached to them. One bow may deal ice damage, while another could deal more blunt damage. It's this kind of trade-off that makes scanning enemies with your focus important, and then outfitting Aloy with the best equipment possible to get the job done. There's also a dialogue system comparable to Mass Effect and Dragon Age, where Aloy can engage in longer, more in-depth conversations should the player choose so. There are a few dialogue options that do have permanent consequences in-game, but none of them drastically change the trajectory of the story. The different weaponry corresponds to similar weapons in other games. The standard bow is a stand-in for a traditional assault weapon, sharp-shot bows work like sniper rifles, and rattlers are much like shotguns. Combat works so well because Horizon's enemy encounters feel like they were designed to accommodate both aggressive and stealthy approaches. Aggressive players will enjoy the open areas with plenty of cover, while stealth players will appreciate the tall grass and grand verticality, though there are a few collision detection issues when playing stealthily. Aloy will go down fast if players aren't careful, but those who prepare and bring plenty of healing items, have the right gear equipped, and dodge quickly should be fine. The only real issue with the gameplay is the platforming, which is more automated than Uncharted, but also way less accurate. We can't finish this review without mentioning the visuals, as Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the most beautiful games released this generation so far. The amount of detail that has gone into the world, characters, and machines is staggering. While there is the occasional visual oddity or lip syncing gone awry, they do little to detract from the phenomenal spectacle. Guerrilla Games took a risk developing a brand new IP, and it worked. With fantastic world building, a well-crafted protagonist, a plot with a genuinely intriguing mystery, and intensely entertaining gameplay, the studio has set up a potential franchise. There are detractors, sure, but they do little to take away from the overall experience. Horizon Zero Dawn is not only one of the best looking games of the generation, but a must-own for every PlayStation 4 owner. For everything Horizon Zero Dawn and gaming related, head on over to hardcoregamer.com for all your gaming needs.